Good afternoon, and I spent last night and a couple of hours this morning setting up the table for tomorrow's war game. It's going to be a 4-player game, bolt action, set in Normandy, 1944, and it's a continuation of a game we played a few weeks ago. And in that game, the Germans were counter-attacking, obviously trying to get to the beaches. Americans held, but had to fall back. And at the end of play 3 weeks ago, the Germans had pushed them back off this board edge. Not without casualties, I must say. So that happened up there. The American command have now thrown in the 101st Airborne, as per usual, to see if they can plug the gap. So they're setting up limited amount of squads. They're setting up no further than that road, and so they have all this here. It's set up in hidden setup regarding heavy weapons, etc. There'll be 2 players this side. 1, 2, 3, 4 squads, various support weapons, anti-tank guns, howitzer, Sherman tank turned up. Sherman tank this side, 3 squads this side, but extra machine guns, anti-tank gun. And so they can set up in depth and obviously degrade the Germans as they're coming through. I've also given them 2 sections of barbed wire, each measuring 6 to 8 inches. So they can put that out as well, and might give them a minefield that they can place out there. The Germans obviously got the numbers, and although they haven't got as much armour as last time, because they were getting knocked about a little bit. But there'll be special event dice, and what we'll do then is I'll put a dice in the bag, the voluntary bag. Once that comes out, we'll then draw a card, and you'll have 10 cards, and we'll see what's on the cards. For example, I've only done 2 so far. You pull an ace, that's air support for the Americans, and that comes in immediately. None of this faffing around in 2 or 3 minutes time. We'll do that straight away. And draw a 5, that's German artillery, again immediately. It's not putting a spotting counter down and then everybody moves out of the way. That happens straight away. I'll also bring in reinforcements for the Americans and the Germans. Table size is 1 to 10 by 6, which is just about right with 4 players. Terrain is close, because I always think that bolt action is infantry orientated. So looking down, there's no clear line of sight anywhere really. Hedgerows, woods will be soft cover, hard cover of the buildings and the walls. Now the American paras, I don't want to make them too strong, because once they're veteran troops in defence, they're real tough to beat and to winkle out. So they've been knocked around a little bit in the campaign. So I'm going to treat them as veteran infantry, saving on 3+, but they'll be testing morale as regular line troops. I think I don't want to make them too strong. The Germans over there, my friend Tony's going to set up there, so he'll bring his stuff. They'll start with 5 squads and all support weapons and a vehicle each, and then I'll start bringing stuff on. The reinforcements will come on and you'll dice for the area in the backboard they come on, or maybe even the side. For example here, I don't know if you can see there's a road there. Roads there, they're more likely, if it's armour or vehicles, they're more likely coming in on a road rather than, in the middle of a wood somewhere. Let's go in that road there. American armour or support and come on that road more likely than here. everything out. Anyway, let's have a look at the troops. What I've set up so far. Nice bit of editing coming up. Well, a bit of shaky cam coming up. And so you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 infantry squads, each with a Panzerfaust. We generally run Panzerfaust 1 per squad, otherwise they get a bit too strong. Support weapons are mortar with spotter. Need a spotter there for that mortar. So 2 mortars, 2 machine guns, a Panzerschreck and an officer. And once again look down at the terrain. So as you can see, the line of sight for long range weapons isn't really there. Your first time for those buildings. Wheat fields, we just tend to think of them as uneven ground and don't break. I don't give any cover. Right. Moving round to the first player, American first player. So 1, 2, 3, 4 squads. And various support. That's the wire entanglements. This player will have 1 to put down. And that's virtually the same, but an extra wire entanglement and 1 less squad, but an extra machine gun at the back there. And that Sherman's a 76. I'm tempted to do a battle report, but I think with 4 players, it may get a little noisy and interrupt the flow of things. So once I'm playing a 2-player game, maybe then I'll give it more thought. There you go. Thanks for watching. Right, so I've been having another think, and I'm tempted to give the Germans 6 squads, purely because it's very close terrain and it's going to be a bit of a mincing machine for infantry, I think. I've also slightly altered the terrain, say for example down here, now the German armour. Obviously it's going to take its time getting over this area here. You can go through those trees, but I've worked it out so you can get around this way or over there. There's a slight rise there, but that shouldn't impede too much, and then go through there. We see there, moving along, it's all fairly blocked in there. I might have to change that a little bit. Change that one there, I think, so they can try and get through that way. Just to give options, because what you don't want, we had the other day, is that the armour is just channelled. So the American armour, if it comes in, it can come on here, around there. There's another avenue there. Maybe get through that gap there. Obviously down the road. Around here, across the fence, through there. Yes, American paras defending, and reinforcements coming in. I think the Germans are going to be stuck for numbers. Well, we'll see how it pans out. They've got reinforcements coming on, but I think I might make it 6 squads per player for the Germans. Yes, we'll get back to you.